kids' table, Spanish people cooking. It's wonderful. Where do you live? So I'm a big people watcher. I think it comes natural with lifeguards. We love to people watch, especially when we see a lifeguard with a huge giant head that can't swim. I'm not pointing anybody out, Gage. I have to get one joke about Gage out. I don't even know how you run. It's like a sideways fin. But I love people watching, and I was in the mall the other day. I just love how we have like the interaction between people. Just seeing how they interact, like watching you eat everything and you eat nothing. Like, it's just like what goes on through your head. But I was so fixated in the mall about a couple, a normal couple, but the girl didn't have any arms. Like, cut from elbows down. Not funny, you could clap. She can't clap for herself. And I'm thinking to myself at this point, and this is probably why I'm single, but this guy is going to save a lot of money on a wedding ring. And just in the long run, I mean, there's no watches, there's no bracelets. He's buying vests all the time, and they cost less than full shirts, I would imagine. And I'm just sitting there wondering, and I'm like, could I do this? Could I do this relationship? And now I'm like evaluating myself, like as a person, can I do this relationship? And the answer is absolutely not. Because I don't want to wipe someone for the rest of my life after they go to the bathroom. And girls, it's your fault because you have to wipe after number 1 and number 2. And I just can't deal with that, but you could possibly make money off maybe an invention where you have like a little wiping station with a saddle. Girl just kind of walks over it, make it all dishwasher safe, we'll make it nice. But then I have to take it and put it in the dishwasher and bring it back off the dishwasher, and it's a never-ending battle. And now I hate her because I hate myself, because I'm not a great person. And I'm so glad that nobody has to deal with that. But a great part about being single is you have exciting one-night stands. Does anybody have a one-night stand? Never. Never? No? Are you guys going to have one tonight? No? Not at all? Well, I ran into a one-night stand, and I don't want to say I love one-night stands because then it sounds kind of creepy, but I encountered a one-night stand, and this is something you can't prepare for. You know, it's something you can't Google. No one teaches you this, really. But to get everybody in my mindset, I want everyone here, take a second, and just picture me naked, okay? Fully nude. Ladies, shaved chest, shaved fupa, okay? I don't grow hair on my ass, I'm Polish, that's natural. And to heighten your imagination, I'm giving myself a 6-inch boner. Because I don't want to brag in Imagination Land for anybody. So, I get all set, we're making out, we're dry humping, which I hate dry humping anyway, but we get right to it, and I'm setting up missionary style, because that's how my 6th grade teacher taught me. I'm sorry, Miss Hollowell, but recess was great. So I'm setting up missionary style, and the girl looks up to me. This isn't my missionary style, I don't know why I'm saying like that. The girl looks up to me, she goes, I want you to choke me. And now, a normal person would take that and say, no, this girl's a crazy bitch. Like, I can't do this. No. My mindset, I'm like, what kind of face are you supposed to make when you're choking a bitch? Because there's a good, probably a good, sexy, like, choking face when you're choking a bitch. And the other is like a murdering, rapist psycho face. There's no gray area between choking a bitch there. And so this is the first time, and you know, I look at my Facebook pictures and there's no sexy face. I have no sexy pose at all. So I figured the best route to take is to make a face of a date rapist. Because they have to be way more romantic than just a regular rapist. So I get set up, and this is the very first time in my head where I wish the girl was a Hasidic Jewish girl. Because she can't see her face through the sheet. And kind of choking a bitch through a sheet, it's almost like having sex with a ghost, which is, I don't know about your bucket list, but mine has having sex with a Hasidic Jewish girl, banging a ghost, and then getting on The Price is Right, Bob Barker style, not Drew Carey. So I'm setting up, and now I'm thinking to myself, okay, so we're going to get ready to do this, and when do you start the choke? Is it right away? Do you do like one hand or two? Have you ever asked him to choke you? See, we don't know this. I think two hands might be a little bit mean to start choking a bitch. You know, and I mean, should I wait for maybe like a sexual position to the spooning position where you can get him in a nice headlock and choke like that? Might be a little bit more comfortable. But then I figure I'm not really going to last until the sexual position change, and imagine that awkward. Listen, it's been a while. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm going to have a cigarette. I'll choke you next time. I'm going to choke you again next time. There. But I mean, it's one of those things where, like, when I was growing up, the Birds and the Bees story, it never took a wicked turn into the birds and the bees are going to end up choking each other. Because, I mean, think about it, like, neither animal has the right limbs to choke. And bees don't even have necks. That won't work. But, you know, growing up in a household where we could really talk about everything and really get out our feelings, I was very fortunate, which most people I don't think are. Because my mother loves being choked. And this was taught to me growing up. And that's all I have. Thank you guys for coming out. I know this is a lot of my crowd. How'd you know my dad had diabetes? That was phenomenal.
I didn't. Just a lucky guess. I don't know. Way to make it awkward.